What's happening? This is Brandon Barker, Director of Evangelization and Discipleship here at St. Thomas Aquinas Catholic Church. I miss you guys. I mean, it has been several months since we've had gatherings or socials or talks or get-togethers where we've met face-to-face. And while I've connected over the phone or in person with a handful of you all the last couple months, for the vast majority of you all I haven't. And again, just wanted to say that I genuinely miss you guys. I know typically this time of the year we are outside at the field doing kickball and playing ultimate frisbee and eating snow cones, and there's taco from the taco truck and a wide other variety of just connection points to meet, to connect with one another, to pray, to just do what we normally do here in this parish. And so, yeah, I've missed that. Not to rub it in, because I know sometimes we look back on things that we were doing or things that we've missed out on, and it makes us sad. But at the same point in time, during this time of quarantine, what it has is it's given us some opportunities to slow down and to really think about the things that are truly important to us. And again, as we move forward, hopefully we come back and we remember these things and we see this time truly as an opportunity and the gift from God that it truly is. Even though there's been times of suffering, and for many of us we've experienced anxiety or maybe some despair, we've experienced the loss of loved ones or jobs or other things, and we have felt some things that we've never felt before in our lives. And sometimes that's a really bad thing, but again, as we look at Romans 8:28, that St. Paul says that all things work for good for those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. So even something like this, something like shutdown, something like death, something like loss of job, something like fear and anxiety, something like loss of something as simple but important as kickball and getting together, is ultimately, for those of us who love God and are called according to his purpose, this is a gift. And so do we see it as such? Do we see it as the gift that it is, as an opportunity? Do we see it as a time to recover and just get rest? Do we see it as a time to be idle and just to distract ourselves so we don't have to think about it? Or again, do we see it as the gift and as the opportunity it is? And so what I want to do is I want to share just a couple clips of some videos of some individuals that have shown by their actions that they see this opportunity or this time as an opportunity to be a light in this world during this time of darkness.
Basically started with a customer who was looking to get her paper closer to her house because she was afraid to go out to the street. So I put out a note to all 800 of my customers. If there's anything you need, you name it, I'm happy to go shop for it and deliver it to your home for free. 5:15, delivering the first of 5 deliveries for the evening. I'll see you soon, okay?
Pictures, you can see what an adorable 8-month-old Lucas Pearson is. What you can't see is the cardiovascular anomaly that puts the Idaho child at risk for COVID. But through a doorbell camera, they saw driver Monica Salinas do something more.
I saw her do this sign of the cross. Like, oh my gosh, she's praying.
Salinas says she just listened to her heart.
Just pray that they can make it, through another day. That makes me happy. God can touch people like that.
Sometimes the most powerful messages need no words.
Right now, and our next story of positivity during this pandemic is all about a way to help those at most risk.
People need to stay home, but they need the essentials. They need groceries. We decided that we're gonna go out, we're gonna do the shopping ourselves for these people at no charge so that they can stay home and that they can stay healthy.
Scotty Torrance is a national coordinator for Shopping Angels, which was created as a way to help people with a higher risk of getting the coronavirus.
He's the internet's latest sensation.
We're getting close.
A dad dedicated to helping everyone learn basic life lessons.
If your knot's big and you got a short tie, dorky. You don't want to do that, all right?
He decided to post some videos.
I get a call from my daughter the other day and she says, Dad, my toilet won't stop running.
Offering simple, practical advice with a purpose.
And then my daughter shared it and the reception was amazing. And then I had 300 subscribers. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Fast forward 2 months, his online Dad, How Do I YouTube lessons racking up more than 2 million subscribers.
next thing I'd like to do is to update you all on the Office of Evangelization and Discipleship and the staff. As many of you all who receive and read our newsletters each and every month, you all are aware that Hannah Weigel and Paul DeBuff, who've been with us for the last 4 years as Associate Director of Youth and Young Adult and Director of Community Groups, are no longer with us as they've entered into a new season and a new chapter in their life. We are super grateful for all that Hannah and Paul have done the last many years to help support the young adult community and to get us to the point to where we're at today. We'll definitely miss them, and yeah, just want to say thank you again to Hannah and Paul. So keep them in your prayers. And without further ado, I want to introduce to you all the person that we have been blessed to have join us here at St. Thomas Aquinas as the new Associate Director of Young Adult and Community Groups. Anand B. Marasetti. I know that. I've known Anand for some time, but you may not. And as you get to know Anand and you realize his last name is really long, just know that Anand is an amazing guy and will be completely patient with you if you take as long to learn his last name as I did. I wanted to share and introduce Anand with you. Anand is an amazing human being. He loves Jesus Christ. He loves his church. He has a love for sharing the gospel through media. He's a super creative dude and just has a passion, again, for discipleship, for community groups, and for connecting people with the person of Jesus Christ. So this time, I'm going to introduce you to Anand B. Marasetti and have him just take a few minutes and share his story with you so that you can get to know Anand a little bit better.
My name is Anand, and do not worry about my last name. And we will be acquaintances for a long time. Until you figure out how to say my last name, then we will become friends. Sound good? Great. It is very nice to meet you. Like Brandon said, many terrible things are happening. A lot of people are getting sick and dying, and the side effects of it, the economy. And I can also see like how during this quarantine, many people are isolated and it can be very lonely. And while that loneliness is strange, that actually reminds me of my childhood. I did not grow up with like going to socials all the time, being outdoors all the time. I grew up with lots of family time. I did not go to restaurants all the time. That would be a treat for a birthday, so that's like once a year. But if you have a lot of siblings, then a few times a year you go to a restaurant. No concerts, no parties, maybe 2 or 3 Bollywood movies, but a lot of family time, lots of weddings, and weddings are full of relatives, and that village concept, your extended family is your primary community, your friends and your cousins are your best friends. You look forward to these opportunities to spend so much time with them. So that's how I grew up, and that was my childhood, very much not isolated, but it is very relational. Less activity outdoors and the excitement, but more quality time with a few people, but going deeper. After finishing college, I moved to United States to work as a software engineer. Great opportunity, thanks be to God. I was very happy with my job. I was able to travel and explore, enjoy new culture and everything. But I did not have my family, no extended family, no cousins. So really, I did not have friends. I needed friends. And that is about the time I was so bored out of my mind. I signed up for RCI classes at a church, local parish. And through that, I started building community, and that was really wonderful. But I can relate to young adults, how many of you right now probably are kind of, pulled back a little bit from a lot of activity because of all the restrictions. And that is something I kind of dealt with for quite a few years. And right now, many of you need friends because your family probably doesn't live here in town, and you can only do so many phone calls. Probably a lot of you are zoomed out. So that leaves you with, okay, I want to get back to my friends. You need friends, I need friends, we all need friends. That was my lifestyle. And when I was single, and keeping busy with work and starting to meet some friends from church, my parents, on the other hand, are like, are you ready to get married yet? Let me send you some bios, arranged marriages. They're big in India. So they were really trying to get me to get married and get settled. However, I said, oh, I need to figure out life here. I need more time. I don't like those girls because they're all Hindu. Because my dad's Hindu, a lot of our relatives are Hindu, so I didn't want to marry into a Hindu family. I've been Catholic for so long, so I wanted to remain Catholic. Because my mom has been Catholic, she was stubborn and pulled me to church and all the Catholic activities. So I wanted to kind of go that route, but it was difficult. So if any of you have tried everything and dating didn't work out or whatnot, let me know, I'll hook you up. There are millions of Catholics in India, and arranged marriages are still pretty popular there. You may have to give some dowry though. The young adult life, which to me, what should have been a bridge from life under parents' roof, school and college, and then the other side of the life is like having my own family. In between, it should have been just a bridge. It ended up being an island. I was single for quite some time. Now I'm married, but during those single years, as I was, little bit floating around, figuring out what to do with my life, the Catholic community has been powerful. It really filled the void that I had in my life, that community, that family that I was missing. So it was wonderful. I still remember my buddy Bill. I was, kind of new to the country, still didn't know how to drive a car. He would pick me up and take me to church and take me everywhere. And I was really impressed with his charity. And then I met many of his friends, and through all of them, I just loved how kind and charitable Catholic young adults were at that time that I was meeting. That was beautiful. I still am friends with all of them. Great friendships came out of it. And all of those rides, in a way, like moments of evangelization for Bill to get me more engaged in church, and I was more engaged. And that really helped me really grow deeper in my faith. So at that point, faith was no longer an extracurricular activity, something I do for a couple of hours a week, but it became my lifestyle and something I really was looking forward to, and something I fell in love with. It was a beautiful time, and that continued for so many years that I just had to share with others. When you love something, that's what you want to talk about with your friends. So for me, that was faith, and I became a missionary. I joined Focus, and through Focus, I fell in love with the wife that I have now. My wife Lindsay, we met through Focus. She was a missionary too. So really, Focus opened so many doors for me. It was wonderful. She and we worked together for a little bit, but after getting married, I moved on from Focus and started new ministries because St. John Paul II inspired me so much. There is so much to do. New evangelization is so beautiful. I was involved in many great things, and from new ministries I got into media. Pope Benedict talks a little bit about the influence of media, and so I thought, okay, this is great. So I started doing a little bit of that. So life is full of surprises, full of excitement. And then I did quite a bit of service projects and everything, and I still do. That is because of the inspiration of Mother Teresa. I've had a chance to meet her as a child. So all of that just kind of came together, and my wife and I now, we are so happy to have this missionary lifestyle. Our life is with the church, for the church, and we get more out of it than we give to others. So we have now 4 children. Life is very exciting, especially with no school, nothing. They're home all the time. We are finding creative ways to have fun and still be real about yes, we don't get to do a lot of things, but it does not mean we stop living and we stop dreaming. So we're just getting creative. So it's been really, really good. We are loving it. And so along with new ministries and the new family, now I have, we also built new hobbies, like building community is one of our favorite things to do. And through different ministry jobs, I've been in different places, and building communities is like one of my favorite things to do. During this crazy quarantine time, my wife and I, we started like happy hours with neighbors, having drinks and whatnot every week. And for Easter, we said, you know what, people cannot get together to celebrate, why not with the neighbors? So we actually knocked on a bunch of doors and told everyone to bring a picnic table out into their front yard. On both sides of the street, we set up tables and we all made our own meals and we shared some. We got together and we had a big block Easter party. We said prayers, which was like after the prayer, some people come and say like, oh, I'm Catholic too, I recognize those prayers. So that was wonderful, wonderful time. Being here now, this is my new job. Great to meet all of you, or looking forward to meeting you in person. So yes, you're my new family, I'm your new neighbor. So I am looking forward to some chocolate chip cookies or brownies, whatever you want to welcome me with. I love desserts. My children love desserts, but we love people. If we are eating desserts, that's enjoyable because we do it with people. So looking forward to building community with, going deeper friendship with, and just loving the Lord.
We want to close with a few parting words. First off, take advantage of the opportunity to get to know Anand. He's an amazing guy, and that's why he's here. He wants to get to know you. He wants to connect with you. And I ask that you do me a favor personally and show Anand the ropes here in Texas. Anand's not here from Texas, and so for those of you all that grew up here or that were transplants or are transplants, I ask that you show Anand how we do it here in Texas. Also, know that we're praying for you guys. Knowing that, I mean, that's just what we're doing each and every day. We're praying for them, and you're in our thoughts and prayers. And so just know that we're here doing that. And specifically, if you're asking us to pray about some specific things, know that that's what we're doing, is we're doing that, but just in general as a whole. And then finally, on my end, take the opportunity to go deep with your friendships that you have. This truly is, as I said earlier, is an opportunity. So for your neighbors, for your friends, for your family, I mean, this is really a gift and an opportunity to share. And so do that. If you are alone and you have just recently moved here, or you don't have those solid friendships here, or they're away, reach out to us. Let us know so that we can connect with you, or we can connect you with others that are in the same boat. So again, just take advantage of this opportunity, because nothing replaces personal relationships. We know that we're doing things virtually and that you all are doing a lot of things virtually, but ultimately nothing can replace that personal connection and interaction.
So as we want to do more videos, would love to see if any of you like to be a part of our team. If you want to help us get some great clips to make it part of this particular show, or with video editing, sound, anything you like doing, let us know. Come join us. And my email address is Anand, ANAND, at stadallas.org.
Yeah, my email is Barker, BARKER, at stadallas.org.
Yes, would love to hear from you. So have a great rest of the evening. And until we see you again, God bless.
And peace out.